What's going on, guys? Today I want to talk about one of the things I've been trying to work on for a while, which is tips on having a successful career and a happy, a joyous career without having to go into a four-year university and getting into all types of student loan debt. Now, before I start, I'm not against four-year degrees or universities at a big college. However, I am against people that go off to school, especially high school students that go off to school without a career direction or some type of focus on what they want to do with their life and their career. Now, a couple points. I wrote out some few things. I did a few studies. I'm gonna bring them up real quick. So I was just doing a little research over the time, and I was looking at a study on lending. It was a student loan hero. LendingTree is like, I guess, a sponsor of it. It says among the class of 2018, 69% of college students took out student loans, and they graduated with an average of 29 point, like 30,000 estimated in student loan debt. What makes it, this is another one. The average Americans owe over $1.56 trillion in student loan debt. That's ridiculous. And I think this, one of my opinions, is a lot of us go off to school with this perception that we have to go to a four-year college or university to have a successful career path. Or some of us just go off to school. That's just because that's just the way of thinking. Well, this is why I'm trying to do this video today, is because I want to change people's mindset on things, that we don't have to go off to a four-year college to have a successful career. You can do certain things besides that. So we're gonna go into that. So I got a couple tips I wrote out, a couple of tips that I learned, because I didn't go into, I'll explain my story later, but a few tips. So the first tip that comes to mind for me that I've learned over the years was do your research. That's the most important tip I can give you. Before you go into any type of career path, whether it's a certificate or a doctorate degree, do your research. I'm gonna post sites up where I've done my research looking for a career path that I wanted to go into. Look on BLS.gov is the site. It shows you the median income. It shows you what type of education you need to get into that career field, and it also shows you the job growth in a 10-year span. What's the expected job growth? I use that a lot because it took me 3 to 4 years to figure out what I really wanted to do with going off into school. Also, look at the trends of what's going on right now. You got to look into, like, for example, we'll go into later about talking about what trades are really at a hot demand right now. You look at the trends of how technology is taking off. So technology is a big field to get into. Healthcare is always a good field to get into. Anything with health, dealing with dental, health, nursing, all of that, it's always a good field to go into, because it's always going to be at a high demand, because nurses are always needed. Like, people in dental field are always going to be needed. So techs are always needed, especially in manufacturing. We're going to that as well. Aircraft is blowing up right now. They need building a lot of airplanes. They're gonna need the techs to work on them, So same thing with going into transportation, semi trucks. I have a really good touch point on that too. Going to, you got semi truck transportation. They're gonna need techs to work on those, and that's a good job to get into. So we'll get into that as well. But the most important tip I want to give is do your research. The second tip is to start looking into skilled trades. Now, when people think of trades, the persona that people have on trade, just for what I've seen, When people are here looking to the trades, getting to the trades, they think of a carpenter, they think of a construction worker, and they think of electricians. They think of those as trades. That's not exactly true. Like a tradesperson, tradeswoman, tradesman, whatever you want to call it, is a person who specializes in a particular occupation that requires work experience, on-the-job training, and other formal education. That's the definition I'm looking at right now. So with that being said, that doesn't just mean, of course, that means like construction workers, electricians, plumbers, things like that. Those are all great trades. But also there are certain trades in healthcare that's needed. A nurse is a trade. A dental hygienist is a trade. A EMT is a trade. Firefighter is a trade. Police officer is a trade. Those are all skilled workers that I have on the job training, that have had, that they're skilled to do what they do. They have certain certifications to help them get to that point as well.